All you tinkerers out there, I've been mucking around with one of these thumper compressors, you know, for $100. They're not a bad thing, but they've got a few things that aren't real great with them, so I grabbed one. And what I did is I modified the airline component to it so I can use standard fittings, you know. I put a pressure switch in it, I changed all my plumbing here. And for the used people that are out there that have got these things, you'll fully understand you can't just clip in an air fitting on yours like that. And it annoys the shit out of me. So I tinkered and I got it changed. So anyway, what I was going to do, also got a tyre deflator. I'm going to deflate a tyre. I'm going to check the current of that compressor. You know, I always cut the leads short because they do draw a fair bit of current. But as a compressor, they're not a bad thing. Just a few things you got to do to them. So anyway, I'm going to let this tyre down. I find these style of deflators the quickest deflator. You can buy them from ARB, you can buy them from Super Centre, you can buy them in a lot of places. They all generally work the same. Anyway, let's get cracking. So I'm going to pop this one down, probably only about another 20 psi. I'm going to run that compressor just to make sure that my circuit breaker on the compressor is good enough for what the pump's drawing. On my Scrub Master, I generally use a dedicated compressor on board, but this is just a bit of a muck around and having a bit of a play. Anyway, watch your ears. So I've got that at 40 psi. Generally, these are a 65 psi rated tyre. I had a little higher than that, just playing with the compressor there. Generally I'll run about 40 psi in a rear tyre at this weight, but it's all depending on the terrain too. So this is plugged in. I've got an Anderson plug in the back. I've got my setup that I've been mucking around with. I've got my clip on, so it's pretty simple. On she goes. I've got a current clamp, so I want to check the current of this thing. It's drawing 38 amps, nearly 39 amps. And that's why the cheap compressors aren't as good as a good quality expensive compressor. It's all about the current, you know. But if you can live with that, they're not a bad thing. You just got to be careful. The lead gets red hot, the actual head gets red hot. Just don't touch it. You'll be right. But for $100, if you're on a hard budget, you know, and you can modify your stuff yourself, you'll actually get a compressor that'll do the job. So we'll just let that come up. They're not as fast as your, you know, your name brand stuff, but you know, they still do the job. You just got to do those few things. Anyway, thanks for watching.